Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm a baking and pastry student. I'll be taking you through your first year here at the Culinary Institute of America. A good pastry chef not only knows how to make a good product, but understands the science behind the method. Welcome to the first bake shop that you'll be at the Culinary Institute. Within your first day, we'll have you hands-on working with the ingredients. The first technique you'll learn is the blending or creaming method, where you'll practice making cakes and cookies. The next method that we'll teach you is the pre-cooked method, where you'll learn how to make custards and pastry cream. Following that is the foaming method, where we'll teach you how to make lady fingers and beautiful roulade cakes. After that is the cut-in method, which we all know is the biscuit and pie dough method. And then your last but not least is the lamination method, where we'll teach you how to make danishes, croissants, and puff pastry, as you can see behind me. We're here with Chef Hans Welker. Chef, what's your advice to students who come into class day one with first day jitters?
Come in here with an open mind and think about focus what you want to do. You want to learn. You'll be in this field maybe for many years. How you want to start it out. So this is the mindset you want to come in here. What I want from the school, right? What I want to learn. And you will see the first day, you will produce, you will work.
Do you think a student can ever ask too many questions about a certain method?
It's important. A question will be the shortest way to find an answer.
Right.
So just go, be open, ask questions. Well, this is what we do, right? We're teaching students, and we know, as an instructor, we know you guys. So some maybe have a little bit experience, or most of you never did something like this. Maybe helped your mother to bake or to cook. What we're doing here is a professional environment, and there's a lot of questions to answer.
After the 14, 15 weeks here, what's the one thing you want your students to take away from this class?
I do this now for 45 years. I go back to the core methods almost every day. Absolutely. So that is the fundamentals of your house you want to build.
Take your core values with you.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah.
Baking and pastry techniques last for a full 15-week semester. While you're in the bake shop, we'll also have you in a traditional classroom setting. In baking ingredients and equipment technology, or as we like to call it, buy it, you'll see, touch, and smell the different types of flour. You'll learn about the different types of nuts and apples and so much more. You'll take several classes with the culinary kids: culinary math, intro to gastronomy, and nutrition. In culinary math, you'll be working a lot with fractions, learning how to convert recipes into simpler forms. You'll calculate food costs and learn how to make profit-loss statements. In Intro to Gastronomy, you'll learn about the culinary godfathers such as Carême and Escoffier, but we'll also keep you updated with the current industry trends. In food safety, you'll learn how to keep a safe and sanitary bake shop, and by the end of the class, you'll have your food safe certificate. Lastly, in food nutrition, we'll teach you about how the food you eat affects your bodies. We'll also teach you about the different dietary restrictions and how to work around them. As you enter your second semester here at the Culinary, your classes will change every 3 weeks. You'll be exposed to different bake shops, you'll be taking an art class, and you'll be getting to see the culinary side of things. This is your first art class here at the Culinary, Principles of Design. You'll learn the fundamentals of graphic layout and the production of written and visual elements such as menu development and logo fabrication. Now we're in the Cafe Savory kitchen with Chef Ainsworth. Chef, what skills do you want your students to take away from this class?
We teach cooking methods, so that they understand the cooking methods is really important. We start out with knife cuts, then we work on grains, sauces, and then we start with the cooking methods, and that's what I really want them to go home with.
What's your advice to bakers who are a little apprehensive about taking their first culinary class?
Well, some of the students come in here not sure about the kitchen because they've signed up for the bake shop, but everybody has to know how to cook, and every bake shop or cafe has to serve food. Not every bake shop, but a lot of the cafes serve food, so they have to understand it, if not for their professional life, but for their personal life. So we really teach them how to cook, and that's the point of this class. And I think when they leave this class, they really understand the importance of it.
They'll learn to be grateful about it for sure.
I hope so.
So now you're in Basic and Classical Cakes. You'll learn the history of the classical cakes, and you'll also bake, build, and create your own. The class behind me is in individual production pastries. In this classroom, the students will learn how to make everything you find in traditional French patisserie, from pâte à choux to mousses to individual tarts. We're here with Chef Johnson, who teaches individual production pastries. Chef, what do you want your students to have taken away by the end of this class?
Well, this class simulates a real working kitchen. So in this class, we work with a sense of urgency, and we work with a sense of focus, and we're actually making items that are going to be served to the public. So we're building on the foundation they learned in techniques, and now we're making perfect products.
We're here with Chef Teme in the Bread's Kitchen. Chef, what kind of skills do you want your students to take away from this class?
We work here in the kitchen with our senses. Alright, that's for a lot of students a surprise. It's not only the feel and touch, but we work also with our eyes and sound as well. How, for example, the dough mixes, how it slaps in the bowl, alright, and also the visual appearance it should have. Motor skills are very, very important, and that is something which should be brought to the table in part already, but also during the class it should be practiced on one's own, okay, in their own time. It doesn't require necessarily a dough string, right, but it could be a rope, for example, where one can practice with in order to get the braiding skills.
Right. Now, the challah is probably one of the hardest breads to master in this class. Any recommendations on how to fully master that task?
Fully master, alright, I mean, for myself, I still have to practice, learning basically from what has been done before, improving step by step by step. So it's not a big leap, but it goes in increments, right? So, and patience is very, very helpful too, alright, so don't give up too early.
Very true. Remember, baking and pastry techniques last your whole first semester here. In the first part of the class, you'll learn all the methods, and by the second part of the class, you'll practice them on your own. To wrap up your first year, you'll take a hands-on skills practical test. The exam focuses on mixing methods, lamination, and basic chocolate work. You completed your first year here at the Culinary, and now you're off on your externship. Don't worry about finding a place for your externship, because we have 4 career fairs set up throughout the year to help you find one. Good luck, and we'll see you here when you get back.